Well, it's been a while. I haven't vlogged in a couple of 3 weeks and it feels weird to be doing it again. So I've not been well. Just going to open with that. I've had a horrid infection that just knocked me out for over a week. I've currently got a week off work, so I'm using it to try and rest and recuperate. I just felt so exhausted and so rubbish that I haven't really done anything. I've read a bit, but I've been so tired that reading has been not a thing. So I dragged myself through this last week, and then I've had holiday. So I'm on holiday from work this entire week, Monday through next Sunday. It is Thursday as I'm recording this. It is Thursday morning. I can't even remember where I left the last vlog and what I was doing. I think the only thing I've read was Bitter Demons by Sarah Cannon, and that is the third book in the Shadow Demons saga. I'm also still making my way through, or I am making my way through, Witchfinders by Malcolm Gaskill. This is a non-fiction book about the Witchfinders, shockingly enough from the title. I do have some more library books. I went to the library yesterday, which I will show you later. So I did finish Publishing Thrive on that Sunday, because all I had to do for it was just the last Q&A and then have a look at the index, which is a resource, I guess. It's like a searchable document that you can just put in what you want to know and it will provide you with the answers. And I've done HB90. I've done mostly HB90. So HB90 is Sarah Cannon's sort of planning method, and I use it mostly for goal planning. I don't necessarily use the weekly/daily planner. I think that's the major updates. Before this happened, I was doing so well. I put a YouTube video up every week. Instagram, we're not talking. I'm still trying to figure Instagram out. Obviously, I finished my draft. I was making my way through books, doing the research for Daphne, which I suppose I haven't even introed this vlog. For anybody who doesn't know, I am VA Winter. I'm an indie author retelling history and classic literature with a speculative twist, potentially the odd fairy tale too. And I'm currently working on a novel, which will be the first in a longish series about witches and the witch trials. On that note, I am going to stop rambling. I don't anticipate I'll get that much else done today. I'm still easing back into it all. And I discovered Downton Abbey and I am addicted. So I will talk to you later. Here I am again. Hello. It's now Saturday afternoon and I'm still not really doing a lot. I have, however, printed out my manuscript. So the first Daphne book is printed and I don't know if to keep it in, but if I do decide to keep it in, I filmed a little clip earlier of me setting up like a writing journal and it's got the book title in. So the book is called Fire Witch. It does have a release date, but I'm not sharing that yet. It is a YA contemporary fantasy with a bit of a historical twist. It's kind of a retelling of the witch trials, and it's following a character called Daphne who discovers she's a witch at the beginning of the book, and she is being hunted by witch hunters. That's kind of the synopsis of the book. No, it's not a synopsis, it's a tagline, blurb, teaser, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of where we are with it. So I've just printed it out, hole punched it, and put it in a file, and I'm going to reread it this weekend. I'm on the fence of what to do about this vlog because I only started it yesterday on Thursday. I am wondering whether to extend it into Sunday and post on Monday instead, and just sort of do it differently this time so that I've got a sort of weekend vlog, because Sunday I'm off work as well. So it sort of feels right to say this is going to be a weekend vlog. This is going to be me starting edits and then start again on Monday and try and get back into a new groove with the new quarter. Because that is the other thing I need to do over this weekend. I need to finish off HB90, finish off my quarterly planning, sort my Kanban board out. So also, just while I'm sitting here, so this is the printout of Daphne. Sneak peek of the first page, which will be changing anyway. As I said, I went to the library and I did pick up some books that I had on reserve. One of them was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I started this last night. I have read this before, and I did put Hellbent on my TBR a couple months ago, which is the sequel to this, but I thought about reading Hellbent and thought, I don't really remember what happened in Ninth House entirely. I remember some of it. I remember the ending, but I don't remember any of the middle bit. I remember the beginning and I remember the ending, but I don't remember the middle bit. So I decided to reread this before reading Hellbent. So I've started it. I'm about 50 pages in. And this is it's a dark academia book, essentially. It's set at Yale. We're following a character called Alex Stern, who she doesn't really belong in the sense that she failed high school and now she's found herself at this prestigious college because she can see ghosts. One of the secret societies, the magical secret societies at Yale, wants her skills, so they got her into the college on a scholarship, essentially. So she's kind of struggling to fit in and struggling to keep up academically whilst also serving in this secret society, with the idea that this is going to give her a better life than the one she had. Yeah, so A Court of Mist and Fury is the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. It's a fairy romance. I'm not sure what else there is to say, really. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. So then 2 non-fiction books, which the first one is Always On, Hope and Fear in the Social Smartphone Era by Rory Callan Jones. I think it's Callan because I think it's Welsh. So this is just another book about social media. Over a decades-long career reporting on technology, Rory Callan Jones has had a ringside seat to some of the most extraordinary leaps in human progress, from the birth of the web to the launch of Apple's first iPhone and the first driverless cars. Always On takes readers on a fast-paced ride through this turbulent era. It sees business empires rise and fall as technological changes sent shockwaves through every industry. And then the other one is a book I've been wanting to read for years and just never have managed it, and that is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is just a book about habits, as it says in the title. A revolutionary way to get 1% better every day. That is my library book haul. I need to make some tea or dinner, depending on where you're from. The great debate, tea or dinner. And get back to watching Downton Abbey. This has been my great nemesis this week. I've gotten addicted to Downton Abbey. It's Sunday afternoon. I have been working on my story. I am still reading through it. I am on page 107 out of 364, I think it is. No, 324. So I'm about a third of the way through. There are a few bits that I'm having to delete. Some of the storylines have changed. Well, they're going to change. I'm planning on changing them. But some of the scenes are staying, and I've got my pink highlighter for things that I just know I want to keep. Scenes I know I want to keep. Just lines, sentences, pieces of prose, pieces of writing, dialogue that I know I want to keep. That's what the pink highlighter's for. And I'm highlighting more than I thought I would, which I think is positive. I'm also got my green for deleting, my yellow for things that just need changing, and my orange for questions. And I've got sticky notes that are the same colour as well. I don't know, I was just sat here thinking, I've just read a scene that I really enjoyed between two of the characters. It's one of those scenes, and there are several in this book, that are the essence of why I love this story. And I was just sat here thinking, I have had this story in my head since I was 12. It's been in my head for so long. I don't know, it's just the closer I'm getting to publishing it, the more I think this is definitely the right thing for me to publish, because this is where it started. This is where my writing started. This story is what got me through school. It was sitting and thinking about this story and thinking about it on the way home from school that got me through some pretty horrid times as a teenager. I had this realisation weeks ago walking home from work when I was thinking about it. I had my AirPods in and I was listening to music, and I was just thinking about this story. I was brainstorming, as I do when I listen to music. And I just realised that it's thinking about this story that is getting me through my day job. I mentioned earlier, I don't like my job. I'm starting to feel excited for other people to read it. I really hope there's at least someone out there who will see the magic in it the way I do. That was really all I was thinking. Right, I'm going to do a few more minutes of this, and I'm going to take a break and do something else. Give my brain a rest, and then I'm going to edit later on. I think I'll end the vlog here because I don't think I'm going to do anything else of any interest for the rest of the day, really. If you've enjoyed, hit like, subscribe if you want more, and I will see you next time with another video. And thank you for making it to the end if you have.